jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
First in the building. L-Dog on deck. Mel need a second try to get undisputed. Yes, sir, indeed. Tyrese on deck. Yo, what up? What's good with you, big dog? NO on deck. Salute to you. Good evening, fam. Salute. These aero sections online have lost their mind over Bud winning the coin toss. I know. I love it. Oh, shit. I love it. You better be glad I ain't rubbing in their face. I'm about to rub something else in their face, too. Because I was just waiting for a situation like this to pop off. You know what I'm saying? It's facts. No cap. Facts, no cap, man. Something that I was aware of. Me and a colleague was talking about way back when leading up to this rematch. You know what I'm saying? Way back leading up to this rematch. Juice Lee on deck. What's good? The grease getting even hotter tomorrow at the weigh-ins, man. The fish is too close to the pot. It is, man. Look, just imagine it's about to click over and the weigh-ins will be on deck, man. On deck. The weigh-ins will be on deck. Period. All that other talking is done. It's over. Period. Boom. Gone. You can't speak on nothing. It's done. Fight night. Fight night is next. But shout out to the everyone that's in the build. I want to let it fill up a little bit because this is some good news y'all gonna want to hear. Not everything is to be told when you you find out, but you know how they say this, the game is to be told. It's to be sold, not told, or told, not sold, whatever the case may be. But definitely when it comes to what I witnessed and what I was paying attention to in the press of the day, and I'm always paying attention to hit the replay. And Brian Bomac and Derrick James had a verbal sparring exchange between them. Very fiery, good for the presser, but it's the information that was exchanged. Well, I'm going to speak on Bomac and I'm going to speak on Diddy James. Yes, sir. I'm going to explain to you that I'm not just up here telling you about this guy as if it don't exist. No, what I'm saying is absolutely fact based. I already told you I met the guy for the first time and he was all grumpy like he was in the corner of this thumbnail, just grumpy for no reason. And then I look at all his post interview or his post presser interview, and he's going at guys talking about where you from? Like where you from, man? You don't even know what you're talking about. He's always arguing with people. So if he's arguing with people outside the gym, imagine what he's like in the gym. He'd probably be arguing with his fighters. And he's supposed to be working for the fighters. Fighters can up and go anytime they get ready to. Whenever they feel like it's not working out, fighters can get up and boom, they're gone. And that's where I'm at with these two trainers right here. Yeah, they are both champion trainers, right? They both champion trainers. They can both agree that they both been to the championship pinnacle when it comes to training fighters. But only one of them was caught in a lie today. A straight up lie. And you can take it for what it is. I don't care if you send them links. I really don't care. I stand on what I put out. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, right? So Bomac explained during the exchange that he's been there already. Bomac put out there that he has been there already. Now, when he said that, it didn't really raise a brow to me, because he was absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? He's been to the Undisputed, right? I'll tell you, you learn a lot by going to fights. You learn a lot by connecting with people at the fights and things like that, right? So when Bomac said that he's been there already, obviously he was there long before a lot of trainers can say they had a fighter to become undisputed. We're talking about the first undisputed at 140. The first at 140 now. Like, he's been a part of history already. That's where the disrespect coming in, where I hear, you know, all these content creators talking about Cheetos and everything and talking about the man weight. Are you talking about his weight? Are you enamored with the dude? Are you enamored with his training and what he's been able to accomplish? Because Diddy seems to be interested in the wrong facet of training camp and teams, boxing teams. He has a team. It seems like Diddy James is upset that he cannot establish a team that's as qualified and thorough as Team Crawford. I'm serious. I'm not being sarcastic at all. It seems like he's angry that he has a team, so he want to take credit. Just like he didn't want to give Crawford credit for who he beat, Derrick James is a straight up hater. He never want to give people credit for something. But I'm about to remove any credit that he thought he was going to get in line today. And he knows it's true. He knows it's true. He can't debate it. Even if I was standing in front of him, he can't debate it. He can't debate it. It's receipts. He can't debate it. I'm just putting out the first part. So Bomac said, hey, I already been there. You got to remember, I already been there. Crawford already went up to the undisputed ranks. He is absolutely right. Crawford had already been there at 140. He's made it to the mountaintop, y'all. But Derrick James, on the other hand, let's talk about what he's claiming. It's good to try to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? It's good to try to take accountability. But it's been two avenues. It's been two colleagues of mine who I've spoken to. The other one I'm going to leave anonymous. But like I said before, I've spoken to one of my colleagues about a different fight. But I did speak to my other colleague way back, leading up to the Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano fight. As you notice, Jermell Charlo went into the Brian Castano fight in the rematch because the first one was a draw. Y'all tracking. The first fight was a draw. Now, today, when Bomac checked him and told him, I already been to the pinnacle, I already been there, done that, he was absolutely correct. Everybody knows it. Bud Crawford is on the pound for pound list before a lot of these boxers, right? He is absolutely correct. Then you heard Diddy James say what? He said somewhat like me too, Jamel Charlo. See, Bomac didn't mention anything about no Jamel Charlo. I'm not saying he don't know. I'm not saying he know what I know. He's in boxing. He hears a lot. You know what I'm saying? But Diddy James fucked up. Diddy James does have an undisputed fighter in his stable. He does. But what you may not know, and I'm not putting no allegedly on this either. I'm telling you straight up facts. Jamel Charlo and Brian Castano went to a draw in their first fight. And there was friction going on in that camp over there. And it's a boxer, a former boxer named Dominique Gwen. Leading into the rematch, he absolutely trained Jamel Charlo for several weeks. And Diddy, if you're listening, you know I'm telling the truth. I heard Diddy James today attempt to take credit for Jamel Charlo getting undisputed when Dominique Gwen was pretty much training Jamel Charlo for several weeks. Why? Because him and Derrick James had a falling out. Jamel Charlo and Derrick James had a falling out. This ain't this is not no big top secret information release. It's been out there. It's all about who wanted to freaking talk about it. I'm pretty sure local cats over there, in Dallas knew about this shit. Speaking of Dallas, right? That's where Derrick James' gym is in Dallas. I'm pretty sure they can tell you and confirm that Jamel Charlo and Derrick James had a falling out leading up to the Brian Castano Jamel Charlo rematch. So he was up there training with Dominique Gwen. He wasn't even training up there with Derrick James for quite some time. And then I guess Derrick James start pleading with Charlo to come back because it wouldn't be a good look for him to go into the rematch. I don't know what their contract is. I don't know how that arrangement is, but they had a disagreement. And that's a fact. They had a disagreement where he was training with somebody else. But he attempted today to take credit for a fighter becoming undisputed when there was another trainer that he didn't give credit to, nor from my understanding, allegedly didn't compensate for the work that he put in when Jamel Charlo was at the gym training with him. I even have a video. I'm going to wait and pop the video. I even have a video when he was up there during that time training with this guy. He attempted to take credit because that's who he is, man. He always got to take credit for shit. Well, how can you take credit? Yeah, it looks good. The overlay looks good. You know what I'm saying? Where has Jamel Charlo been this? Have you seen him with all the pictures for this camp? Have you seen him? Let me explain to you something. Diddy James is good at the aesthetics. It's good when he received the award. I don't care anything about it. He's good at tarnishing other people's accolades and achievements. But when it comes to his, those are where the big question marks lies. You know what I'm saying? You haven't seen Jamel Charlo like that. You seen him pop up at the grand arrivals, the open workouts or whatever. Yeah, the open workouts, in Vegas. Okay. You seen him in the gym over there. But just like my guy Shaw News mentioned, where was the team he was supposed to be with? He wasn't with Derrick James in Vegas just now. And it was a large portion of several weeks when Jamel Charlo was training with another trainer because him and Derrick had a falling out, probably because he was getting touched up too much in the first fight. That's why I say Derrick James can't outcoach Bomac. I know it hurts. I know people want to look at it like it's not true, but those individuals don't know why I said it. They just get mad because I said it. They think everything is cool over there. Even Errol Spence went 2 years and he didn't want to fuck with him. Jermell Charlo, you know how quick the wick is on that stick of dynamite. Him and James had a falling out. He went and had another trainer training him for the rematch with freaking Castano. That's a fact. So he can't sit up here and take credit. He can't take 100% credit for getting Jermell Charlo ready when he wasn't even training him full time leading up to the Castano fight, when he finally beat him and became undisputed. He's gonna take credit in front of the cameras, but that's when integrity comes into place, man. Anybody want to question it? You go do your research. You ask him yourself. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo, he might not want to, the information to get put out there. Ask Dominique Gwynn. You know what I'm saying? Ask him. That's all you gotta do. Ask him what went on. You know what I'm saying? Ask him. The man should get credit. The man should get credit. Just like Juan Guzman should get credit for the work that he put in. Derrick James talking about, oh yeah, you got 3 other people helping you. But guess what? Why isn't Jermell Charlo over there training with you when you have all those other names? He's up there training with another trainer. So is that trainer attached to world-class boxing gym, or does he have another trainer where the other gym is at? I think the other gym, is in Houston or whatever. Why haven't we seen Jermell Charlo in their training leading up to this camp? Why haven't we seen him with the team to them arriving in Vegas? You know what I'm saying? It's not anything new that they had. Their relationship is not the best. Their relationship's not the best, man. All you gotta do is go back to the Austin Trout fight. Both Charlos, Jamal and Jermell, fought Austin Trout, bro. Go back to the Austin Trout fight when Jermell Charlo fought him. He was not listening to anything that the coach was saying. He didn't have no respect to listen to anything he was saying. And also was problems with him in the first Tony Harrison fight. Listen to what Derrick James was saying. But I had this dummy sit up here and say, oh, it's plenty of fighters that don't listen to their trainers. In a championship fight, where you're trying to retain your scrap. So if fighters are not listening to their trainers, they shouldn't be in there for the championship fight then. If they went in there and they don't want to listen, they shouldn't take the fight. They shouldn't take it. How you going to sit up here and take credit for Undisputed and you didn't train him for the whole fight camp? I don't care what nobody say over there, in that camp. I got receipts he was training with Dominique Gwynn. You sitting up here trying to take credit when Bomac actually did it with a team, and he recognizes his team, whoever was there at the time or whatever the time, he still laid correct and truth to Crawford becoming Undisputed as his trainer. Why would he say that? Why would he speak to Derrick James as if this is new territory for him? Why you get mad at WCS putting it out there that Derrick James cannot outcoach Bomac? You're not going to outcoach him. It doesn't matter all the insults. You know what I'm saying? They need to make a super heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? What they should have made when you was boxing Derrick James is the irrelevant division. That's what they should have made, the irrelevant division. You still hold your professional license, but you fight in like exhibition bouts in the back of Target and put about 2 cameras in there and freaking, stream it on YouTube. Real talk. They should have had the irrelevant division. If you're going to say this, man, they need to create a super heavyweight division, right? When you have heavyweights, when you've been in the boxing game as long as you have, it's amazing how you can sit there and insult somebody and just worry about a weight when the fighter is actually going in there to fight. You're not even respecting the fact that Crawford's already experienced this. So you're not locked in, brother. You're not locked in to the apex predator, having been there early on. He been there early on, bro. He know what it takes. He know how it is. The bright lights is not going to be any brighter tomorrow. I mean, Saturday night in Vegas than they were when he won the undisputed before. He's been to the championship level too many times, man. You're taking T. Crawford for granted because you're busy interested in how you look. Nigga, I can't tell your forehead from the top of your bald head. It all look the same, nigga. 4, 5, 6 head. Your shit blend in together. You know what I'm saying? You look like a goddamn what's that chocolate roll up? I mean, dude, you need to lay off the way men look. You coming off as a prima donna, you know what I'm saying, entitled ass nigga, like always want to goddamn check out how somebody looking. You don't know how goofy you be looking every time you get upset. Just face the facts there, Derrick. No matter what you listen to now, you still got to go to the weigh-ins. Hopefully you able to get the weight off, because that's gonna make you look even more crazier if Spence come in and not make weight, right? But the fact that I'm telling you, based off careers, right? No one really is looking at you and Bomac's career. They looking at what y'all been able to achieve as trainers. So when I tell you that you can't out-coach this guy because he's already been there and he's successful, you had issues in 2 separate fights, bro. Male Charlo. You had 2 runs. You can't tune that guy up. You already been there with Tony Harrison. Yes, 2 different fighting styles, Tony Harrison, Brian Castano. But you don't have enough knowledge to the boxing curriculum to make changes. Maybe you should pay attention to looking at boxing more, because you had opportunities to be there already. Seriously, you had opportunities, man. Why are you yelling at Frank Martin? Why is he not listening to you? Why isn't he attentive to what you're saying, bro? Why isn't he assiduous? Why isn't he the boxing student under your tutelage? Why did he go in there and look the way he did and he say he had to figure it out? If he had to figure it out, that means he didn't understand nothing you said. And you're mad at him because he's making you look a certain way. And you're going to out-coach Bomac Saturday. That's what you're telling me? You're going to out-coach this Brian Bomac? You're going to out-coach him for real? Your fighters are going in here looking crazy, bro. Your fighters are all over the place, man. I'm talking about when it's time for you to show up. He lost his title to Tony Harrison, got it back, knockout. Cool. I'm curious to know who gives credit for that one, because I heard some word for that rematch. It wasn't you, the full camp, either, for the Tony Harrison rematch. And then you go to the Brian Castano. You definitely wasn't there for the whole time. But it took 2 times for your fighting. And shout out to Jamel. Jamel can fight. Jamel ain't no punk, man. Jamel can fight, man. He stood in the motherfucking fighting hole, hunkered down, and he came back and he's 2-0 in rematches. But why are the rematches like when I look at Crawford's resume, right? I'm just looking at a fighter that I would have liked to see him rematch. Like when you keep dominating fighters and moving on, there's no need for a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the welterweight division. But it is some fights that's on Arrow's resume that people can say, "Oh man, I'd like to see a rematch in that one right there." They're not all freaking knockouts. They're not all stoppages. But just understand one thing. I don't have to be. You keep asking people, are they a boxer? Are they this? Are they that? Why do they have to be a boxer? Because you, Diddy James, you was a boxer. So what? I would have told you to your face, you was a boxer. Do you really want to go line for line in your resume? Who, look, the way I see your fighters going in here and fighting is exactly how you was walking through your boxing career. It's almost like the misfits have arrived, bro. You cannot sit up here and ask the man at a press conference, do you box? Just because you box. You should not be proud of how you were as a boxer. You should not be proud of certain circumstances and fights that you should have made it look easy, but you didn't. I think you have a huge chip on your shoulder. Your ego is just ginormous. And the weight of that ego impairs who you are as a boxing coach. I don't think you're doing enough research, just like you didn't do enough training as a professional fighter. There were several points in your boxing career where you took hiatuses. Why? What were you doing? Going to Disney World? What were you doing back then? Since you want to ask people, do they box? What were you doing? What were you doing back then? Who was your mentor? Who was guiding you through your career back then? I don't see no way, no how you think that Spence is gonna go in here by himself and get this victory. I don't know how you would ever fathom that you yourself can outcoach Brian Bomac. It ain't gonna happen, bro. Two different coaches. Nobody want to hear you give commentary, but you might want to tune in to when Bomac give commentary instead of trying to then make people laugh in the audience and talk about his weight. You can be a skinny dumb nigga. Real talk. You can be a skinny dumb nigga every day. But when somebody tell you something that's based off what they don't witness with your history and who you got in your stable, you might have received the award. But the fact is, you lied. You tried to take claim for Jermell Charlo's Undisputed when there's another trainer out there that trained him several weeks leading up to that rematch with Brian Castano when he did get the Undisputed titles. That's a fact. So I didn't hear you mention Dominique's name. It would have been good if you showed people that you that type of brother and you willing to give another brother credit. It would have been good, bro. But man, hey, this is gonna put an end to all that this weekend. The gig is up, man. Look, no more hiding, like Bomac said. No more hiding, man. No more hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging. In the words of Deontay Wilder, no more running, no more ducking, no more dodging. You know what I'm saying? One face, one name. Undisputed at the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? This weekend. And that's going to be Bud Crawford. You cannot outcoach Bomac. So goddamn it, you depending on Spence to be able to make adjustments this weekend. It ain't happening. Y'all stay trying to get mad and angry at people. Y'all the angry birds of boxing right now, dog. You get mad at media. Spence getting mad at media. He's going around getting mad at Hall of Famers. He don't want to be in the Hall of Fame. You and him both want to tag team and take away any type of accolades that Crawford had. Then check this out. Then you want to turn around Spence and attempt to check on Mike Tyson, which laughed at you like you was a joke. He pretty much laughed at what you said. He said, come on, man. I think about this. I said, what were you thinking? You didn't talk this over with somebody? I know you love talking and reiterating that you enjoy living outside the pocket. But you don't think, just take a minute, that living outside the pocket is why people are second guessing you going in there and beating Terrence Crawford Saturday. You don't think living out the pocket, you shouldn't be so braggadocious about that shit, because it's put you in a predicament where there's not 100% confidence that you can go in here and your boxing IQ is higher than Crawford? Don't you think it's a reason for that you put yourself in, but yet people get mad every time we speak about what you have already mentioned to the general public? You have mentioned this guy. You said you love it. You said it today. I always been out of pocket. I live my life out of pocket. Look, it's okay if you live your life out of pocket. You have adrenaline junkies that live their life out of pocket. Got it. But when you have a job, and that job's supposed to pay you very well, and you have a lot of people that's dependent on you, your decision making is extremely important, my brother. Extremely important. So when you make that poor decision where others have to come to your rescue, they have to come to your rescue and take time out their life to nurse you back to health. And time you become mobile again, you head back out to the very same streets that put you in the hospital and took you away from the sport to only fight 3 times in the last 4 years or something like that, 2,000 some days. Seriously? Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Dennis Ugas. Going back to how long it took you back then to fight Sean Porter all the way up to here, the long hiatus that you had. Maybe if you just would have thought that it's a time and a place to live out of pocket, and knowing, like I always mention, that the end game for mission accomplishment for you was to become undisputed. You're trying to tell me, Derrick James, you couldn't keep this man? No, they don't respect you enough. You couldn't keep this man solid? It was nobody over there to keep this man solid? It's a lot of people other than myself. They looking to see you get this work come Saturday night. I'm looking to see you get this work. I am absolutely looking to see you get this work. Because Bomac said no more hiding. I'm looking to see you get this work. You need it. You yearn for a day like this to get slapped in the back of your head. You yearn to get slapped up and down in that corner, you and your fighter at the same time. You can't outcoach this man because you haven't taken it serious enough. Just because you know how to do certain techniques and drills that you learn as a professional boxer, your mindset, bro, your mindset is fooled a lot of people up to this point. But I like how Bomac said no more hiding. You can't hide behind the athletes that you have under your roof. You can't do that no more. You're going to have to really show the people that you're a good coach. You got the award. You got the one award. But you're going to have to show them this weekend that you can make changes, that you can compete with somebody like that. You got to compete with Bud. You, Derrick, you got to compete with Bud and Bomac. You got to compete with both of them. And I'm going to be honest with you, that Diddy. This may hurt your feelings. I'm going to be honest with you. Your boxing IQ is not higher than Crawford. And he's the fighter. Not alone, not to even mention. I know your boxing IQ is not higher than Bomac, but Crawford is still fighting. Your ring IQ is not higher than Crawford's. And he's still in between time, cement his legacy and all that. He hasn't even retired from the sport. Your ring IQ is not higher than his. So how are you going to pull this off? You're going to hope that the judges come for the rescue? You're going to hope that Spence can stay on his feet upright and get this win? I don't think you can do it, bro. I don't think you can do it. Real talk. The facade is up. Just like he took the easy route and y'all had all that time. Y'all was up there lollygagging and just not even paying attention to the seriousness of the easy route. on how it's gonna sabotage you all, y'all wouldn't even worry. You was like, oh, I got other fighters to worry about, this, that, and the other. Brother, y'all had to know that this day was coming. You know what I'm saying? You had to know this day was coming. Yes, Spence can get up here and seem all agitated all he want. But the only person that's up here still trying to talk about resumes is your coach. So Errol, when you look at your coach, still don't respect what Crawford has done. Is he going to respect what you're incapable of doing come fight night? Is your coach going to respect? Are you still going to be at your coach? Are you going to still be at his side after you take this L? Or are you going to go in the direction of Jamel and Jamal Charlo that have already left? I don't think you're going to be there. And y'all going to prove what ILTBA said back in the day. He just said it too goddamn early. Look, he just said it too early to the wrong people. That's all. I'm looking back on it right now to what I see. He was right. The crazy part about it is that I experienced you being an asshole. I think that interferes with how you're teaching your boxers, your fighters rather. That's going to interfere with you going in there, coming up with a game plan against two people that's across from you. Not only that, those two people have a team. Those two people are going to have two more people in their corner. And you probably don't have a higher IQ than the other two that's going to be there. The cut man. You probably don't have a higher IQ than the cut man. You definitely don't have a higher IQ, boxing IQ than Crawford. You definitely don't have a higher IQ than Bomac. How are you going to outcoach them? It's fucking possible, bro. You can't do it. You can't do it, period. I'm just telling you what I believe, man. You don't have to damn hold no truth to it. But your ring IQ is not even higher than the fighters. You even said yourself. Y'all remember when he was talking about finding a sparring partner for Terrence Crawford to emulate Terrence Crawford? If Terrence Crawford resume is a 0.5, why isn't it possible to find a sparring partner to emulate him? Listen to what I said. If this guy's resume is a 0.5 and he's undeveloped, premature, embryonic, during that development stage, which he wasn't able to fully develop into this mega star, don't you think a sparring partner would be available for them to emulate Bud Crawford? Or all along, what was out here being said was absolutely true. That it's hard to gauge how he goes about his fights because he don't fight all of them the same way. I think there's some truth to that right now, right? So I asked again, Diddy, when you lied today, how are you going to prevent yourself from being exposed even more when you can't outcoach the fighter? You can't even outcoach Crawford, let alone Bomac, let alone Esau. You probably most definitely can't outcoach Esau. Who are you going to outcoach on their team that Crawford is listening to come back out for the next round? Who are you going to outcoach, man? You can't. Look, Spence boxing IQ is not higher than Crawford. Your boxing IQ is not higher than Crawford. So being that Crawford has a higher IQ than both of you, you all are two lost ducklings, man. In a white cap river, stage 4, goddamn level 4 white cap waves. You dudes are ducklings in white cap waves heading down to the waterfall. You're not gonna be able to swim upstream against this shit come Saturday. I'm not worried about anything that you might say behind the scenes or whatever. You can't outcoach them, bro. He was able to get away with the Dennis Ugas fight. He was able to get away with beating up Danny Garcia. He was just able to get away. He went in there and fought. He's an Olympian, right? He went in there and fought Sean Porter. Kudos to him. He landed the left hook. Outstanding. Outstanding. But do you know what happens when you skip class too much? You fall behind. You fall behind on certain subjects. You miss homework. You say you don't watch boxing. And it shows. All I'm saying is, I'm glad you was able to be honest to say you don't watch boxing. But you wasn't honest when you're trying to take accountability and take responsibility for the whole camp of Jermell Charlo becoming undisputed. Nope. You can't do that, bro. You're not being genuine. You can't do that. You wasn't there for the entire camp. So that's where I'm at with it. This may hurt your feelings going into Saturday, but as long as y'all come in here and make weight and don't try to blame 147, cool. That's one step down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all been taking L's lately. Crawford won the coin toss today, so that pissed you off. You know what I'm saying? That make you even more grumpier. Then I'm hoping that Spence don't have to go back and lose any weight with the allotted time. Whatever allotted time they give you once you miss weight the first time. I hope both fighters are able to make weight the first time and then hydrate, and we see a good damn quality freaking welterweight undisputed fight for the history books Saturday night. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Spence missed weight. He dropped the belts. Only Crawford can fight for the belts. And then you move up to 154 tomorrow. He ain't never beat me. He ain't never beat me for the belts. He beat me at 147. They're going to use that Kell Brook analogy. And when Kell Brook came down from getting beat up by Gennady at 160, he was undefeated at 147. The dumbest shit you will ever hear. They're going to say, well, he never beat me for the belts. The belts was dropped on the scale. He didn't beat me for the belts. He didn't beat me for the belts. He may have defeated me in the ring, but he didn't beat me for the belts. I wasn't a champion at the time. You can't use that, bro. Shout out to Unique Dunn in the chat, Dan Tan in the chat, Detroit D-Town in the chat. You know what I'm saying? James Ferguson. Shout out to the hottest chat in the game. Samar Warren on deck. Eno on deck. 88 on deck. I see you. G on deck. Juice Lee. Shaw News to Sauce Experience, AK Showtime Shaw on deck. He mad jealous, man. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Dude is unbelievably jealous. You know, when you sit up there and try to cut short and dissolve people's achievements. The shit is done, though. It's over. It's done. It's done. I be who I be. What's good? Let me help him out. Let me send him about his way. You know, I got tolerance sometime, and the other one I just don't. I would just fan them off. What's up, W says the baddest chat on the YTC? Yes, sir. Shout out to the baddest chat in the game, man. The hottest chat, rather. The hottest chat in the game. But I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. Not to take too much of your time, but I just wanted to put it out there that, you know, I did peep that he tried to take credit for Jermell Charlo, but yet he was not in a full training camp with Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo and him had a disconnection. You know what I'm saying? And Charlo went elsewhere. But of course he's going to get the credit because that's who was training him at the end. That don't mean everything that Jermell Charlo was doing, he learned from DJ doing that camp. He could have very well took what he was up there learning from Dominique Gwynn. And when Diddy James was begging for him to come back, he came back and used both. In combination, two coaches should have got credit for Undisputed, but you know how that goes, especially with my people. You know how that goes. He ain't going to give that man credit. He got a reputation to withhold over there. He don't want to give him credit, bro. He don't want to give him credit. But at the end of this shit, man, shout out to Crawford them. Shout out to Team Crawford. You know, I'm pretty sure Crawford looked like he's in the 140s, man. You know what I'm saying? When you get that sucked down, water depleted, dry, he looked like he was in the 140s, like he may be a pound off or something like that, pound and a half off. He looked like he was there. He had the look going on that, hey, I'm right where I should be for the scales. I just have to wake up, go to sleep hungry, wake up hungry. You know what I'm saying? Weigh in, and get that meal in me, and then he's gonna get back right, boy. I feel for when he finally gets back to that energy. God damn, dude. And of course, Spence looked like he has a little bit more left. I know he mentioned the word focus a lot, but I don't think he's focused, y'all. You know, I can be distracted and talk shit about somebody, but ultimately what I supposed to have my attention on is not there. Yeah, it's easy to talk shit about somebody, but really when it comes down to maintaining focus on what you're supposed to, and that is Crawford, I don't think he is, man. I think he's mad. Look, this is a guy who getting mad at Hall of Famers. He's getting mad at the Hall of Fame themselves. He's getting mad at the betting odds. He's getting mad at media. You know what I'm saying? He's checking media. He's getting mad at legends, OGs in the game. He's mad at all these people. But he ain't mad in the open at his trainer. That's who you should be mad at. You should be mad at yourself first and your trainer second. Because you didn't listen to anyone that may potentially been telling you, hey, if this fight gonna happen, you need to get in the gym. You need to start knocking off this weight. Don't procrastinate. Start dropping this weight. And I don't think you got in there when you're supposed to, bro. You're running up heels and shit during fight week. Not a good look. That's not a good look. So those of you that tuned in, man, you can feel the way you feel. Those of you that respect what I'm saying, cool. I'm not saying it to be baleful in any type of way, but I am making a point when it comes to this guy. I'm gonna stand on it. I know for a fact he can't outcoach Crawford. He can't outcoach Bomac. So they're gonna have a hellified what we used to call that hill we used to call this hill Mount Motherfucker, because it was so goddamn high. The slope was so high. He has a tall slope to climb come Saturday, knowing that they're gonna walk out first and get introduced second, homie. That sucks in itself. And congratulations to Team Crawford for winning that coin toss. Yes, I'm undefeated myself because I said he was gonna win it. I did the thumbnail on it. It'll be good to get my compensation. I'm still sitting out the rescue team. You know what I'm saying? If you're listening, you know who you are. Be good about it. Be fair. I need that. Okay? I need that. Don't run. I need it. Hey, shout out to D-Lo Boxing. D-Lo 404 Boxing with the $2 super chat. Maybe I missed it, but don't forget Juan Guzman. I absolutely threw Juan Guzman in there, brother. I was telling them, if they look at the fight, look, bro. If they look at his last fight with Brian Castano, Juan Guzman hops up on the apron, and you can hear him say, "I love you, brother. I love you, brother." Juan was hyped. I like Juan Guzman's energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like his defense, how he has that rhythm. He teaches the fighter to move different, bro. He teaches them how to be man. He'll be a damn good trainer. He would be man. I'm serious. He need to get his flowers. He only had one loss as a professional. He only had one loss, man. But yeah, shout out to Juan Guzman because he definitely be helping out Mel Charlo. I'm not sure if Maul ever drop in there, but he definitely be helping out Mel Charlo. Just look at the fight. Look at after the fight when he, just look at the fight when he had a rematch with Brian Castano. Just look at it. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the fight. So for him to take credit, I don't know how long Juan Guzman worked with Mel Charlo leading up to the Castano rematch, but I know Dominique Guinn did, and he just couldn't hold on to Mel Charlo enough for him to just say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do this whole camp up here." It would have been good for Dominique if Mel Charlo would have, stayed there. And then also, I don't know when Derrick James is going to give Juan Guzman any credit. I guess if Juan is not working under the roof or the banner a world-class furniture store, he's not going to get no credit. So really, it's up to the fighter to give the trainers credit. It might be a conflict of interest, but it would be good to hear the fighters and say, "Yeah, I'd like to thank, the Grand Poobah himself first. They got to thank him first. And then I like to thank Diddy James, Juan Guzman." You know what I'm saying? You need to thank your trainers, bro. You need to thank your trainers. Real talk. But shout out to D-Lo 404 Boxing with a $2 super chat, man. One love to you. Thanks for donating to the channel. It is truly appreciated. Carlos said, WCS salute. We basically hear OG all the talking is done. It's time to get down and see who's selling them wolf tickets. I agree. And look, Diddy James was selling the wolf ticket today. He was up there selling the wolf ticket to take claim for Jermell Charlo's undisputed. No. You cannot compare that to what Bomac accomplished with Crawford at 140. And please send out a search party to see who was 140-pound undisputed prior to Crawford. I know there has been talk from Errol Spence, and once again, they don't watch film over there. He said he's already seen Crawford fight, so he don't really have to watch him anymore. He's been a fan when he feels up to it. But I guarantee you ask him now, is he a fan? He'll probably say, hell no. I just said that shit. But look at it now. Seriously. Pay attention. Just pay attention, man. It's going to get very interesting. It's going to get very interesting, to say the least. Real talk. It's going to get extremely interesting. They're going to have to understand that Errol Spence will not, regardless of how many times he said, you can't continue to say you're going to be the first welterweight undisputed. Now it is called in the 4-belt era. Once again, I have you on audio. I have you on audio repeatedly. Hold on for a second. For some reason, you keep talking about
you tune in. It's gonna be history in the making. The first ever undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
See, no one's setting him up for success, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not setting him up for success. They took a rotary wing, which is a helicopter, right, to the destination. And no one told him to make sure when you get off, you just duck if the rotors are still spinning. You know what I'm saying? He's allowed to get off and just run and jump up in the air because he's happy to be there with the rotor still spinning. And he might lose his hand or something. I'm just saying, why would you let him put that hand in the rotor with this comment? And that's not the first time he said that. Do he not know? Or is he trying to link up with Jermell Charlo's his feet on what he was able to do, or Canelo Alvarez? Are you trying to compare yourself to them? Canelo, because boxing fans, really, it's a lot of shit they dumb at, but they're not dumb to that. They understand what the 3-belt era is and the 4-belt era. And they understand if no one else has did it before them. And that means in the 3-belt era or the 4-belt era. So you're not going to get the accolade of Jermell Charlo nor Canelo Alvarez. So let's be clear on that. Somebody help this man out. They about to get smoked something bad. That shirt they made about smoking bud too, they about to get smoked. And I just want everybody to tune in. I appreciate y'all pulling up. And once again, when you go to sleep at night, remember, tomorrow's going to be lit once again. It's no more days to count, y'all. We're done. There's no more days. Saturday night, the fish fry is on and popping. Ping, 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 ping. Throwing fish fillets in there, cooking them. It's on and popping, man. It's time to put this shit to bed. You aerosexuals, I don't care what you do tonight. It's not going to matter. You can make all the live streams all you want to be mad about the coin flip. He demanded it. He got it. He asked for it. He got it. They flipped it. He got it. Man, I know they just upset. And now it comes down to the easy part there, aerosexuals. This is a message just for y'all. It's nothing you all could do come Saturday night to influence this fight. You can't even give no input. Derrick ain't gonna listen to y'all. You're done. You're done. He's not gonna listen to anything y'all bystanders have to say. It's done. It's done. Just deal with it. Nothing you can say on here. No freaking live stream. Anything. The only good thing you're going to get from this weekend is be able to do a fight party and have people tune in. Right? That's the only good thing you get out of this. But the great part of the back end is that you get to witness the ass whooping. You get to witness the ass whooping. You get to witness greatness. You get to witness the first ever welterweight undisputed two times. You get to witness that there, aerosexuals. And also you get to witness the hottest chat in the game. Goddamn talk they shit. It's good that you finally want to come over here and put the emojis in here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to kick you out too. This is the day before. You should have been over here earlier, Stray. You should have been over here earlier. Don't wait till I say, okay, I'm about to leave, and then you put a comment and think it's going to be on the replay. I'm messy with this goddamn band, this band tool today. I'm messy. I'm kicking y'all ass out like it's a goal. It's a penalty kick. I'm the last one. And look, and we up already. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kicking for fun, dog. Don't be mad at me. You haven't even been over here the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to try to wait till I get up out of here. No, you're not. That ain't happening, bro. But y'all hold the motherfucking fort down, man. Continue to stay lit, turned up, energized. You continue to vibe and goddamn know that we're about to witness a lesson. Lesson. That's what we're about to witness. Nobody over there in Texas at that gym, that furniture store, can pull you out any type of furniture. Say, you know what? This is going to accent the fight plan that you have come Saturday night. This piece right here. You take that to the ring with you right there and set that motherfucker. That's going to make you think. I swear to God it is. Put that crystal ball on top of there. That's a special table right there. That's an antique. Y'all need to put that crystal ball on there and just get somebody that you close to, because you got to have a bond. Have them rub that crystal ball the whole fight. The whole fight. What the crystal ball is going to do is let y'all see the knockout happen in 4K before it actually happens in real time. So you won't be too disturbed. You feel me? You feel me? I'm being honest. Grab a piece of furniture out of there, get that crystal ball, and it's going to show you in 2K what the knockout looked like before it actually play out in real time. Don't say I didn't tell you that shit. You all are in trouble. Knowing that you can't outcoach the entire team, including the boxer. How you gonna get this win, bro? You can't. Peace. I'm out.